If you're new to real estate, one of the hardest things to sometimes synthesize is who exactly do you serve? Look, trying to market to everyone is the exact same thing as marketing to no one. And figuring out how to stand out in such a competitive marketplace is extremely difficult. Look, without a proper strategy in place, you're going to end up resorting to what you've been taught, which is potentially going out there and cold calling and door knocking and trying to start conversations with complete strangers with no rhyme or reason with the goal of trying to build trust. It is a little intimidating, yes, but what if I told you there's another way that you can be approaching generating new leads? And in this particular strategy, it also helps brand yourself as an authority, which will inevitably make more people that you talk to trust you. Emmanuel here, and in today's video, I want to break down a very simple framework that you can utilize to really help you establish your USP, or your unique selling proposition, to really help you stand out. So let's go. What is up, guys? Now, before I get into the good stuff, you guys know the deal. Make sure you click the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you appease the YouTube gods, aka the algorithm, and get notified whenever we post really great content just like this video here. So go ahead and click, and thank you so much in advance. All right. Carrying on from my last video where I broke down the differences between really being a generalist and a specialist. By the way, I'm leaving the link to that video up here in case you wanted to watch it and you want to run through that one first. But in any case, I want to dig into that conversation a little bit more and provide you with some tactical implementation to that conversation. You see, trying to stand out amongst all other realtors in the marketplace is extremely difficult, especially if you're trying to prospect for brand new leads, aka people that are complete strangers that don't know who you are or anything about you. Essentially, if you approach a complete stranger with this pitch that you're a realtor, you're no more than positioning yourself as a vendor versus an expert, or as a novelty versus a commodity, or even worse, someone that's just trying to pitch some business versus someone that this potential prospect can look to as a trusted advisor. And my goal for today's conversation is to try to break you out of this position of being just another realtor, and instead positioning you as being a thought leader. And in order for us to be able to achieve this, I need to break down the USP, which essentially stands for your unique selling proposition. You see, in order for you to break through, you really need to stand out. And in order for you to stand out, the easiest way to do it is to find a community that is underserviced and provide value and really bring that community some TLC. Now, I know what many of you may be asking yourself, or maybe me, as I work my way through explaining this video and really emphasizing this basic idea that you gotta niche down. And that's simply because many of you, especially if you're starting off in real estate, you wanna be able to help any and everybody that needs help in real estate. You're willing to take up any offer, anyone that's looking to entertain a conversation with you, whether it be a buyer or a seller or someone trying to find some luxury real estate, or maybe some foreclosures, or maybe you want to help someone with probates, or maybe fix and flips, or maybe even investment properties. Well, if this is your goal, I hate to break this to you, but it's going to take you a whole lot of effort and a whole lot of content and marketing messages that you're going to need to create in order to really attract these types of people. You need to be starting conversations, but in order to start conversations, you need to be talking their language. And the same kind of conversation and language that you're going to be talking to for a luxury prospect or a luxury client is not the same kind of conversation that you're going to be having with someone that you're trying to attract if they're interested in maybe fix and flips or investment properties. So unless you have a massive team to help create and curate all this content for you, it's going to be very difficult for you to try to manage and juggle all of this yourself. So instead of going with this strategy, then why not just niche down? It is a far better and easier strategy. As the saying goes, go 1 inch wide and go 1 mile deep. And I'm referencing that 1 inch wide to be this underserviced community that you found, and then go 1 mile deep in terms of providing so much value and so much content to that community that they will immediately think of you whenever they need help with real estate. So you're still not sold on this strategy? Well, there's one last little thing that I want to mention to you that you may not be aware of. And this is something a little bit more psychological and scientific, and it's called the halo bias. See, the halo bias essentially assumes that if someone is good at one thing, they are good at everything, which essentially means that if you show the world that you're really good at real estate by serving this one type of community, then everyone is gonna think that you're good at everything. And that, my friends, solves your problem of trying to service everyone all at the same time. Please take my word for it. Niche down. All right, that being said, I want to break down a very simple framework to really help you dissect and figure out what your USP is, and to really try to help you identify an underserviced or undervalued community. So that being said, I invite you to visit this link. It's the link into a worksheet that I'm about to break down for you to really help you unpack your USP. By the way, leaving the link in the description below as well. By the way, I got to give a quick attribution shout out to one of my mentors from afar, Chris Doe. He actually breaks down a variation of this sheet when he's talking about the Ikigai. If you guys don't know what the Ikigai is, drop a comment below. I'll be happy to explain it to you. But essentially, what I've done is I've modified his version to really suit the needs of today's conversation. And one more quick thing to add, if you want to actually work on and play around with a sheet, as soon as you go onto the page, it is read only. So you're gonna have to hop in, click on file, make a copy, and then it'll make a copy for yourself so you can go in there and start typing and such. All right, so let's break down exactly how to fill out this sheet, shall we? All right, step one, or I should say step two, because step one is making the copy. Step two is we're making a list. I need a list of 10 things that you love doing. You can consider this like hobbies of yours. What do you love to do on your downtime or your pastime? Like if you're on social media or you're on YouTube, what are you searching for? What is the algorithm showing you? Because this is stuff that you've watched frequently. That's what you want to be listing out here. All right, then step two is I want you to list out 10 things that you feel that you're good at. And the way that you kind of have to think about this question is, what do you feel people would pay you for? Now, I'm not asking you to list out all your previous jobs. What I'm more specifically asking you to do is think about all of the stuff that you know how to do that you think people would pay you for, whether it be a hobby that is providing value or education or giving tips or tricks or anything like that. What do you think people would pay you for? Now, once you've synthesized those 10 ideas, the next step is now trying to mix and match and combine ideas between what you love doing and what you think people would pay you for. And then you're gonna list that out here on step three. So I want 3 different ideas, or I should say combinations. And then step 4 is all about synthesizing those combinations that you've been able to extrapolate and turning that into something that you can service within the real estate community. And then from there, on to step 4, it's all about breaking down your mission, which is now your mission is to what, for who, by how. By the way, this might look familiar to you. I talked about the mission, vision, and core values in a previous video, leaving that description or the link up here as well if you want to watch that. All right, so this might look a little intimidating. So what I've actually done for you is here at the bottom, there's an example I've filled out for you, and I'm gonna walk you through this example right now real quick. Okay, so we are gonna be talking about this fictional real estate agent. Her name is Carol Jane. And Carol Jane, when going through this exercise, she realized that her hobbies are playing with her dog, traveling, eating, going to the beach, exercising, plants, astrology and numerology, hiking, makeup, and shopping. Now, in terms of things that she's good at, that she thinks that she would be able to get paid for, well, obviously the first one is real estate. And then she thinks that she would be really great at teaching people how to make money. She's also really great at staging homes, eating right, working out or staying active, recommending restaurants, planning trips, helping first-time homebuyers, finding deals, and lastly, connecting people. Example number 1 is exercise and working out, staying active. Example number 2 is astrology, numerology, and teaching people how to make money. And number 3 is the beach and finding deals. So from these, now your goal, or really your mission, is to try to figure out what your mission is. What is your USP? So if we look at this first example here, where It's all about exercise is what she loves doing, and working out, staying active is what she thinks that she would get paid for. In terms of what she's good at, her mission could potentially be to help health conscious people find a place to live near areas where they can stay active. All right, now think about it. Think about where you live, or maybe the area that you're farming, and do some research. Look if there's an agent serving this type of community in that area that you're farming. If there isn't, this potentially can be an opportunity for you. All right, now let's look at example number 2, astrology, numerology, and teaching people how to make money. All right, this one's a little far-fetched for some of you, but hear me out on this. Carol's mission could potentially be to advise clients the best time to buy, sell, invest based on their readings. I guarantee you that in your farm area or the people that you work with, chances are there's no realtor serving that type of community. So again, potentially can be an opportunity for you. All right, last one, the beach and finding deals. And in this example, it could be Carol's mission is to find the best deals, and not only real estate, for her clients by the beach. So if she's serving a beach community or she's farming a beach area, maybe her mission is not only to find the best real estate deals, but to find the best deals, and I'm alluding to eating, which can mean restaurants, or what she's good at, finding and recommending restaurants, or maybe planning trips. If there's activities, maybe in that beach area community, maybe she could be a really great resource to helping people find activities or plan events or plan trips inside of that community. And there you have it, a very quick and easy solution to really figure out what your USP is. That being said, I want to see them, all right? I want to see these USPs from you. Comment it in the comment section below. I want to read about them. I want to know what unique value you're presenting to your market. Now, by going through this very specific exercise, you'll find that no two people are really alike when it comes to defining your USP, simply because you are very unique in your own way. And there's likely a community of people just like you that you can really service, that chances are probably doesn't have a real estate agent leading or spearheading that community. By the way, I invite you to continue the conversation with myself, as well as if you have any questions about really just setting up your brand or setting up a real estate website or trying to generate leads through social media or online marketing, please, by all means, I invite you to join my free Facebook group. Join the conversation, join the community, leaving the description below as well. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you found some true value on it. And if you did, just a quick reminder, click that like button. But in any case, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.